Hi, let's work the core. Today, I want you to use a couple of weights, whatever you have at home, whether you have two small weights or whether you have one heavier, that's going to be cool. If you don't have any weights, you can use the rucksack and just fill it up with something just to get a little bit of extra something when we move into our AMRAPs. So I got something fun planned for you. We're going to work on AMRAPs, which means as many rounds as possible. It's a 10-minute AMRAP coming towards the end of this half an hour, but I'll talk you through it once we get there. But let's get started. You can use my playlist if you wish to. I'm going to press it on right now, and we're going to start with warming the body up. Just standing at the end of the mat, feet hip-width distance apart. I want you to lift your shoulders up. And with the exhale, drop the shoulders down. Two more of these. Inhaling, lifting the shoulders up nice and high. And exhale, draw them down. Just to warm that body up. Inhale, and actually to connect with that breath. Exhale. Drop it down, drop your chin down towards the chest. And do a nice slow roll down towards the floor. Keep the body weight on your toes. Head feels nice and heavy. Really take your time here. This is your time to scan through the body. How does it feel today? Get a little bit of a stretch on the hamstrings. You can shake your head, saying no. And then saying yes, just to ease it off. Then take a deep inhale in here. With the exhale, pull the stomach in. Squeeze your glutes. Keep the body weight on the toes and start rolling your spine up, stacking each and every vertebrae on the top of one another. Once you're upstanding, roll the shoulders around and then bring your chin into the chest again. Let's roll the spine down all the way down to the floor. Maybe a little bit faster this time. Once you're on the floor, inhale, look forward, come to flat back. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Create that space in the neck. Open the sit bones out. Activate the back. Exhale, folding over. Walk your hands forward to come into high plank. Really feel the earth or the mat underneath you. Then bend your knees. Come to my favorite position, into the loaded beast. Bending the knees, opening the chest. Opening the shoulder. So it's like you're ready to attack. If you think of a tiger or whatever beast you have in mind, it's like a ready to attack position. The legs are there, fired up to launch forward. But we're going to take it smooth. So I want you to drop your chin into the chest and then just ripple the body forward to come into high plank. Look forward towards the front of the mat. Then bend your knees, push back. Exhale, extend your knees, ripple forward, all the way forward into high plank. Then do two more of these. Bend your knees, push the hips back. Exhale, ripple forward. Finding a little bit of activation, power through the core. Bend your knees, push back. Exhale, ripple forward into high plank. Then draw your heels or drop your heels to the right. Bring your knees to the left. And then bend your knees. Push your hips back to come into a twisted beast. Inhale, come to high plank. So we're literally warming up the obliques here. Bring your heels to the left, knees to the right. Bend your knees, push back. You're going to get that stretch to the right side of the body. Two more. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, heels to the right, knees to the left, push back. Once more, inhale, high plank. And then exhale, do exactly the same thing to the other side. Nice inhale, high plank. Pause here, spread the fingers out wide. Push the floor away, squeeze your glutes. And then look forward. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop your knees down to the floor. Tricep press up. Bring your chest forward. Exhale, lift it back up. 3 more. If these feels too easy, elevate your knees off the floor. Choice is yours. Bring the chest forward. Option to drop the knees down here and then lift it up. And the hardest version, obviously, is to keep the knees off the floor all the time. So just 4 press-ups. Then drop your knees down, push your hips back. Take a shell shape a form. It's almost like a child pose, but it's elevated to get that activation in the core. Lifting your thighs off your, or no, lifting your abdominals off your thighs so there's space. Also, you might get a little bit of a stretch on the shoulders. I feel a stretch in my shoulders here already. Then roll your spine up. Bring your fingertips behind you, or take your hands onto your lower back, heels of the hands on the lower back, and just lift your chest up. Mini camel. And then find your way into a high plank. And do a super, super slow press up, tricep press up, all the way down to the floor for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Drop your forehead down to the floor. Relax your arms by your side and let your shoulders just roll down. Let's activate the upper back from here. So lift your shoulders up and draw them back and reach your hands towards your heels. Maybe activate your legs as well. So lift your kneecaps off the floor, squeeze your glutes. And now you can feel how the upper back is activated, the shoulders are pulling down. Let's take it a little bit further. So you're going to lift your head off the floor, then lift your shoulders off the floor, lift up. Exhale, release. Release everything down to the floor. Let your shoulders round forward. Then lift your shoulders off the floor, draw them back. Fingertips reaching towards your heels. Lift your head, lift your chest off the floor. And then exhale, just release. Nice activation in the shoulders. Once more, bring your shoulders up. Reach the fingers back. Lift your head, lift your chest off the floor. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And 1. Release your hands underneath yourself. Push your hips back. Coming through child pose, just roll your spine up to a seated position. Drop the hips either side of the body and then swing the feet forward to come onto the back. Bend your knees and then roll your spine down to the floor, vertebra by vertebra, taking your time. Nice and easy. Once the whole body's on the floor, draw the heels towards your hips, palms facing up so you get an external rotation through the shoulders. Squeeze your glutes and then vertebra by vertebra, roll your spine up into the bridge. Take an inhale in here. With the exhale, soften the chest. Bring the upper back, middle back, and the lower spine down to the floor. Finding a neutral, so there's a little bit of space underneath your lower back here if you slide your hand underneath yourself. With the exhale, squeeze your glutes, pressing, imprinting the lower spine down to the floor. So you feel your lower abdominals activating here. And the navel goes towards the spine. Then push your feet down. Roll your hips up into that bridge again. Taking one more inhale in here. With the exhale, soften the chest. Bring the upper back, middle back, and the lower spine down to the floor. Find the neutral. Inhaling. Exhale. Curl and contract. Roll your hips up. Maybe push your heels down and forward to lift those hips higher, and maybe you can feel that stretch in the front of the body. Exhale, soften the chest, bring the upper back, middle back, and the lower spine down to the floor. One more, just like this. Let the breath be free. Inhaling. Everything starts with the breath. Exhale through the pierced lips. Then the chest softens. The upper back, the middle back, and the lower spine comes down to the floor. We're going to add the arms to this. So now I want you to rotate the palms down. Keep doing what you did with the spine. So roll your tailbone under, lift your hips up, but simultaneously reach your arms up and back. Bring your arms all the way back. Do not let your arms touch the floor. Exhale, soften the chest, bring your arms down to the floor at the same time with your hips. 2 more, inhale in here. And with the exhale, curl and contract, roll your hips up, bring your arms behind you, reach towards the back so your arms are floating off the floor. Exhale, soften the chest, bring the hands, bring the hips down to the floor. Nice. And then once more. Curl and contract, roll your spine up, lift your arms up, and back. And now I want you to leave your arms at the back so you can relax them on the floor. Just soften the chest, bring the upper back, middle back, and the lower spine down to the floor. Then I want you to extend your feet forward. We're going to coming into a corpse sit-ups. So you're going to lift your arms up, lift your head off the floor, flex your feet, lift your shoulders off the floor, and then roll your spine up. Take your time. You might find the tightness right here, right now. Go through it smoothly. If it's tight on the hamstrings, you can keep the knees slightly soft. Then inhale, lifting the arms up. And with the exhale, curl and contract, rolling the spine down to the floor. So take your time, so there's no rush. Really pulling that core and the rib cage in. Inhale, lifting the arms up and back. Exhale, lift your arms straight up to the ceiling. Lift your head off the floor, shoulders off the floor. And now pull the stomach in, core, rib cages in, nice and compact position here. Slowly inhale, lifting the arms up so you get a little bit of a stretch, opening through the chest. And then exhale, curl and contract. We're going to do 2 more of these after that. So taking your time. There's no rush. Inhaling, lift up, reach back. Exhale, bring your arms straight up to the ceiling. Then the head comes off the floor, shoulders come off the floor, rib cage is in, core is in, and you're going to roll your spine up. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, curl and contract. Take your body all the way down. Nice and slow. Inhale, lifting the arms up and back. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Little compact position here. Squeeze it nice and tight, holding on at the elbows. Then release. Place your hands underneath your lower back. Palms facing down. Lift your feet up. Tap the feet up to the ceiling. And drop. And lift. And drop. And lift. And drop. And lift. And drop. Keep going. So I'm not looking for height. I'm more interested in having your feet straight up to the ceiling so you're not rock and rolling back and forward. You literally just activating those lower abs here by these little taps to the ceiling. Do 2 more. Nice. Then keep your hands where they are. I want you to swing your feet back. Use your hands on the floor. Swing the feet back. You can keep your feet floating off the floor. Weight comes onto the shoulder. I'm going to take a little teaser from here. Keep your hands by the side for now. Roll your spine down, taking your time. Trying to use your abdominals rather than your arms that much. And then rock your body up into a V-sit. So head comes off the floor. And you're just going to come into this nice little hold. Drop the feet down. Roll the spine down to the floor. It's a really nice, good massage on the spine. Place your hands onto the floor. Rock the feet back. And then roll your spine down. We're just going to build this up, so making it harder and harder. If you feel like you just want to do this first variation, you stay there. But if you can, let's level up. So you're going to come up into that V-sit. And now when you roll down, I want you to keep your feet up in that tabletop. So keep your feet up so it's a little bit harder this time. We're leveling our practice up. Place your hands down to the floor. Swing the feet back. If you want to make it harder, bring your hands behind you. So your hands are reaching back. So this way, now when you roll your spine down, you're literally using your abdominals. So take it nice and slow. Once the hips touch the floor, rock it up into that V-sit. Want to level up from here, extend your feet up. And now roll your spine down to the floor, keeping the feet high. Swing your feet back. Option, hands on the floor, if that feels better, if you fancied. And this variation, the harder variation, worked for you, so bring your arms back behind you. Trying to look only up to the ceiling, so no twisting on the neck happens here. Rolling the spine down, nice and slow. Take your time. Once the hips touch the floor, rock it up into the V-sit. You can hold on underneath your hamstrings if you need to. Arms up or maybe the legs up. Let's do 2 more of these. Rolling the spine down, rock your body back. Bring your feet back. Feet are floating off the floor. Reach your arms back. Roll your spine down. Take your time. Really enjoy how does it feel in your body. Bend your knees. It's almost like a self-massage on that spine. Option, level up. Last one. Roll it back. Swing your feet back. Body weight is on your shoulders, not on the neck. Reach the arms up and back. Nice. Then start rolling the spine down. We're going to shift it straight into the scissors from here. So this time, I want you to grab your right ankle, right hamstring, or the calf, wherever you can reach to, and extend your left foot forward. Maybe you're reaching underneath the back of the hamstring if you're more flexible. Calf or the ankle even. Keep your shoulders off the floor. Swap the legs, finding a little bit of a stretch through the hamstrings. Swap the legs. Let's go 8. And 7. Moving slowly. And 6. Can you lift your shoulders up a little bit higher? And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Hug both knees into the chest and then rock and roll your body forward and back to come into a seated position. And nice. There's a little bit of activation, nice slow rolls in the spine and all that. And I want you to take yourself into that AMRAP place now. So for the next moves, we're going to use some weights. I got 1/8 here that I'm going to use. So I'm going to give you a couple of combos and we're going to do as many rounds as possible. Your first move is right here, is a pull over. It's a pull over, so you're going to bend your knees, you're going to lie down on the floor, hold onto the weight. I like to hold onto the top of it, depends if you have 1 or 2 weights or rucksack, whatever you have. You're going to bring your arms up and over the head, soft elbows, and exhale, bring the weight to the chest height. So this is your move number 1. You're going to do 10 of these. After that, we're going to come into a spread eagle. So you're going to use that weight again. So easy transition. You're just going to extend your legs out. You're going to open the legs out wider, so that's why it's called a spread eagle. Keep the weight up chest height. You can do it without if it feels too much, depending how heavy your weights are. You're going to lift your body up, all the way up. Again, if you've got tight hamstrings, bend your knees and lift the weight up. Drop the weight to the chest. And let's add a little press, shoulder press there. And then you're going to roll your spine down. I want you to do 10 of these. 10 of the eagle, spread eagle, shoulder press combinations. After that, 10 Russian twist. That's your move number 3. 10 Russian twist. Either feet on the floor. You're going to rock it over to the right and to the left. Make sure that you follow the dumbbell with your eyes. That was your move number 3. 10 of those on each side. Shift it around. 10 shoulder taps on each side. Keep your hips level. Want to make it harder, bring your feet together. See if you can still hold your hips still. Last one, 10 burpee variations. You're going to come onto the belly, lift your hands, feet off the floor. Lift your body up, jump up. And we're going to rock it back. So we're going to reverse the burpee to come into a hollow banana shape. Feet off the floor, arms off the floor. Trying to come up without using your hands. And come up to standing. No need to jump unless you want to jump it. And add a little jump in the middle. You can do that on your way back. Whoop. So that's it. 10 minutes. As many rounds as possible. So to you. I'm going to put the timer on. I'm going to do it with you. So, as many rounds as possible. I want you to count how many rounds you do today. Check how many you can do tomorrow. Make sure that the form is great so you're not rushing it. And that's it. Let's get started, shall we? So, let's put my timer on. First move is your pull over. Let's go. 10 minutes starting right now. 10 pull over crunches. On your own time, if you're faster than me, that's cool. If you're slower, that's cool too. So the first move was your pull over crunches. It's really just to get that targeting there, upper back. And I made the transitions nice and smooth. So once you've done 10 pull over crunches, you're going to come into a spread the eagle. Eagle legs, spread the eagle legs, lift your body up, add a little press up, and then take it back down. And I want you to do 10. So I'm going to keep it nice and simple, 10 minutes, 10 reps of each. Take your time with these ones. Keep breathing through it. Heart rate might be coming up. If not yet here, it will once we add those little cheeky burpees in. Once you've done 10 of these, drop it down, Russian twist, feet on the floor. If you want to challenge up and level up, keep your feet off the floor. 10 on both sides. So that comes 20 altogether. Make sure that you follow that weight and breathe through it. Keep going. That's it. Nice. And again, the option was to keep the feet on the floor if you feel it on the lower back. Once you've done 10, where we are, shoulder taps, turn it around, feet hip width distance apart. If you fancy a challenge, you bring your feet together, but make sure that the hips stay still, so you're not swinging it to the right, not to the left. 10 on both hands, so 20 all together. Once you've done that, 10 burpees. You're gonna drop it down, lift it up, come up to standing, rock it back, take that banana shape. Fancy a challenge, you can jump in the middle. Choice is yours. 10. Whoo! Try to do it without using the hands on the floor. So I want you to take it 5 times onto the front, 5 times onto the back. At the jumping middle, if you wish to, I've just added, kind of brings my heart rate up a bit. Nice, keep going. Once you've done 10, guess what? We're gonna go back to the top. So, you have 7.5 minutes left. Once you've done a full round, back to the top. I'm gonna keep doing it with you, just for the memory. But it's those 5 moves. Pull over crunch was the first one. Let's do it. See how many rounds can you do today. Breathing through it. Nice and strong. Once you've done 10 pull over crunches, spread the eagle. Add a little press up. That's a little bit on the shoulders as well. If it feels too much on the shoulders, don't do the press up here or the shoulder press here. And also, you can do it without the weights. See how you feel today. Make sure that you challenge yourself, whatever you're doing. I want your heart rate to come up with these AMRAPs. Yep, don't skimp it out. Once you've done 10, Russian twists. Yes. And more times you go through this, the easier it is to remember what comes after what. Yeah, keep going. Keep breathing. This is really, really good for the spine to twist it. 10 on both sides. How are we doing? Still with me? Once you've done 10, army planks. Not army planks, sorry, shoulder taps. Keep breathing. Make sure that the hands are underneath the shoulders. Core is tucked in. See if you can go faster. Oh, yes, and once you've done that, burpees. Let's go. Don't worry if you're not in the same place with me right now. That's okay. And again, if you got any troubles on the knees, you can walk these burpees just like I'm doing it right now. Guess what? We're halfway there. You have 5 minutes. Remember to lift those hands and your feet off the floor when you do these burpees. If you want your banana shape, banana rock harder, you bring your arms back and you do it from there. So 10 all together. 5 and 5. 5 on the back, 5 on the front. Yes. See if you can use or come up without using your hands. When you come from that hollow banana rock, what helps is to reach forward. Keep moving forward. Yes. Keep going. All right, how are we doing? You have 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes left. Yes, 10 minutes. My heart rate is up. I hope your heart rate is up as well. Where are you? Pull over crunch. First one was a pull over crunch. Yes. So now, however many rounds you've done, I want you to match it. Can you do as many rounds before we finish it off? Don't slow down right now. Pull over crunch, spread eagle. Spread the legs. Ooh, hi Atlas. Add a press, add a shoulder press there, nice and narrow. Legs are wide, arms are narrow. Whoo, breathe through it. If you have 2 small weights, so you have 1 weight in each hand, obviously for this one. Breathe it. And again, knees could be bent. Right, Russian twist. How are we doing? 3.5 minutes. Don't slow down right now. Yes, let the music move you. Make sure that you're still breathing. Yes. Keep that going. Shoulder taps. Shoulder tabs. 10, 10, 10, 10. Yes. Don't worry if you're in a different place. Make sure that the form is great. It's all about the form. All about your form. Don't skimp out on form. Don't lift your hips up. Let's go. Okay, let's do those burpees. Lift it up. Come up. And a banana shape. I'm gonna make it a little bit harder for myself now. Just to add that jump. And reaching those arms back. Whoo! Nice. Oh, hi. It's catching my mat with me. Hi. That's it. What it is that brought you here today. We're just going to stretch it out dynamically after this, so give me everything now. How are you doing? Keep going. You have 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. Yes. Who are you practicing for? What are you practicing for? Tell me. Tell yourself. Why are you doing this? Keep going. Don't stop now. You've started. You're going to feel so amazing after. 2 whole minutes left. 2 whole minutes left. Keep going. Don't stop. That's it. Nice. You got 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Let's go. That's it. Know that after this, the recovery is coming. We're going to slow it down. We're just going to stretch it out after this. Let's beast it out. 90 seconds. Let's go. Get it done. Let's get this done. Power in the core. Yes. When we have the power in the body, we have power in the mind. Yes. Ooh, those 2 things go together, I tell you. What happens here on the mat, you're going to take it, and it's going to affect your life outside of this practice. And then the best part of it is just that. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Moving makes you feel. It makes me feel anyway. Let's go. Where are we? Guess what? You have 36 seconds. 36 seconds. Finish it off. Whatever you're doing. You're doing great. You have 30 seconds only. What it is that brought you here onto the mat? Why did you press play? Come on. Play it to the end. That's it. You have 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Don't stop right now. Let's go. Final 10 seconds. Final 10 seconds. You with me for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Time. How did you do? How many rounds did you manage to get through? Drop that in your diary so you know. And do remember every day is different. Doesn't mean if you did like 4 rounds today, then you need to do 5 rounds tomorrow. everything is depending on how did you sleep, what have you eaten, what time of the day it is, how much you've been working. But it's just a nice way to monitor your training. Also, what weights are you using? Can you level up? Can you go a bit heavier next time? You know? So play around with variables, or whatever they're called. That's it. Beautiful. My heart rate is still up. Let's slow it down a little bit. Atlas is there, just checking in with me as he always is. So let's take it into a downward dog. I need to pedal the feet out, just right and left. Ay, ay, ay. And the music is slowing down as well if you're tuning into my playlists. Then bend both knees, come back into the loaded beast, and then ripple forward into that high plank. Bring your left hand onto the center of the mat, lift your right arm up, come to the side plank. If that feels too much, drop your left knee down to the floor. From here, I want you to do the banana shape, so lift your hips higher, reach your right arm up and over. Find that stretch on the right side of the body. Then drop your right hand onto the floor. Bring your heels to the right, lift your left arm up to the ceiling. Again, option is to drop the right knee down to the floor, if that feels too much. Then lift your hips up, push your right heel of the hand down, extend your left arm up and over, banana shape it out. And then take your left hand onto the floor, heels to the left, side plank onto the other side, as if you're just swimming through it. Ay, ay, ay. And then do exactly the same thing onto the other side. So this is still working the obliques, nice and dynamic. Let's just do it once more. And again, you remember, you do you, what feels right for you today. After the last one, we're going to take a high plank and a slow tricep press up all the way down to the floor. Keep bringing the chest forward. So keep moving forward for 8. Look forward, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Scorpio twist, extend your right arm to the side. Bend your left arm, bend your left knee. Bring your right cheek down to the floor and twist it over. If this is not enough, bring both knees up. Just breathe. Then change. Do exactly the same thing to the other side. Scorpio twist on the left. Maybe hear the rain hitting my sky windows. Extend the left arm out. Bend your right knee. Bring your right foot down to the floor. Maybe lift both knees up if it feels good, but this might be enough. Again, one of my favorite stretches, it really twists the spine, which is one of the best things to do to your body. Also get the shoulder opener here. Then release, placing both hands underneath your shoulders. Push your hips back. Lift your hips up. Downward dog. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your right knee, open and the right hip out. Bring your right knee in towards your nose. Step your right foot in between of your hands. Drop your left knee down to the floor. Sweep both arms up. Open the elbows out. Spread the fingers out wide. Lift your heart up. You can interlace the fingers behind your back, just to get a little bit more opening on the hips. Then release, place your hands onto your hips. Flex your front foot. Find that stretch on the back of the right hamstring. Bring your chest forward. You can bring your hands onto the floor if they reach there, but trying to keep your spine straight. Then bend your right knee. Place your left hand onto the floor. Lift your right arm up. Find an easy twist. Place your right hand onto the floor. Right foot to meet the left, downward dog. Second side. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Bend your left knee. So even these stretches that we kind of finish off, they're dynamic. Bring your left knee in towards your nose. I want you to make the most out of your practice. Drop your right knee down to the floor. Sweep both arms up, lift up. If you wish to stay longer in these stretches, you just pause the video. Choice is yours. You have the power. You have the control. Lift it up. Maybe interlace the fingers behind your back. Nice. Then flex the front foot. Push the hips back. Straighten the front leg. Chest forward. Find that stretch on the back of the hamstring. If you feel it on the back of the knee, just bend your left knee slightly. Option to bring the hands down towards the floor. Lead with the chest, lead with the heart. Nice. Then bend your left knee, right hand onto the floor, lift your left arm up, find an easy twist. Look up. Place your left hand onto the floor, left foot to meet the right, downward dog. Walk your hands towards your feet to come into a forward fold, holding at the elbows, ragdoll. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh out through the mouth. 2 more, inhale in through the nose. Exhale, sigh out or voice it out. 1 more, inhale in. Exhale, release your hands. Vertebra by vertebra, just roll your spine. Take your time. Once you're up standing, just roll the shoulders around. Lift your arms up, find a final balance. So just reach your arms up, lift your heels off the floor, pull the stomach in, look forward, keep your heels high, drop your hands down, relax your shoulders. And now I want you to grow taller through the crown of the head. Just slowly start bringing your heels down towards the floor. Grow taller, grow taller, grow taller. And then keep that nice, beautiful length with you for the rest of the day. Thanks so much for practicing with me. High five.